Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Here we are, early morning, 3 weeks before New Year's Eve. Let me mute my devices and setting up chat to check my delay. There we go. Okay, so I don't want to move my setting here so much because if not, I'm going to upset a little bit of what I have here. And I have Kika here on my lap, so I don't want to bother her that much. Okay, here, I don't know if yeah, I can see that on StreamYard. Okay. So I'm having two cameras. Kika is here, coloring with me because it's very cold. And we're going to be silent until we can check if we have people coming in. So we are ready for testing. Okay, here we are. So we have cats today. 3 cats. Kika, who is going to show herself somehow. Ooh, Kika, don't touch this. Hello. So let's add more depth into this coloring. I'm using Polychromos and Prismacolor here. The only thing that I did was put a very, very subtle layer of orange. I don't have my image here with me, so I think I'm going to be doing this by memory. But I do remember I will not go outside of what I have already colored in orange here, because this particular image that I chose has got a lot of white in the face. By the way, we are under a solar storm again, so my internet might come and go. So I'm not planning really to do quite long stream. But I hope you like what you see. And that later on, when you watch the replay, you just enjoy a session of coloring with some background noises. Neighbors waking up, some fireworks. I don't know why, but anyway. They started very early today in the morning, which is a nonsense, because we wanted to sleep a little bit late. using this camera so you can get it to see a close-up of what I'm doing. I'm just adding more orange. Here I have my 3 colors. Start with a very peachy orange. And now I'm into a mid-tone cadmium orange, and I'm going to intensify with this dark cadmium orange. My left hand is busy because Kika wants some pets. Right, Kika? She doesn't understand English, by the way. So, she doesn't know what I'm saying at all. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. Thank you for coming. I hope you're doing better and that you are resting at home because it's very early Sunday morning for everybody. I'll try to see if I can get another more comfortable streaming schedule, but everything is taken so far in the community, so moving my schedule will be probably invading someone else's schedule, so I really don't want to do that. And she doesn't let me paint. Thank you. This is a freebie that I got from a Facebook group, coloring group. I have not been very active Facebook groups. So this was like probably I got this one like a month ago or something like that. So I've been trying to do some coloring and other things. I already have my plan for next year. I might not be participating in a lot of prompts or challenges or things like that, but as it is the year of the dragon, I'm planning to color dragons all year. I have like 3 books with dragons, so I won't get bored. One has got unicorns as well, so it's going to be cool. And they are brand new, so it's going to be really, really nice to have a flip through at the beginning of the year and then see how this works. I'm going to move my camera a little bit because I don't know if you can see here. There. That's the face of Kika. She's like laying on my hand. I cannot color. But anyway, I don't want to move her. Okay. Oh, nice to hear that, Teresa. I know that sometimes sketching and coloring is hard, but The important thing is that you never, never give in. I consider you a very strong person, Teresa. So I admire you because of everything that you always tell us. Okay, Kika. I want to move her a little bit so I can move this up. So you can see how the color is building up. This is the area that is not finished. And this one is finished with the second layer. Okay. Hi, Miriam. Welcome. Good morning. So if I have time, I'll get all my dragon books next time I stream. And that's my plan for 2024. Year of the Dragon, year of my 3 dragon coloring books. That's what I'm going to be doing. Plus another surprise, but that would be a surprise. Cannot move my camera to show you how she's laying. Well, probably yes. Let me move this one. There. You can see my cat assistant. I'm trying to color, but as you can see, she's determined to be here, resting her head on my arm. So anyway. No problem, Teresa, no problem. Thank you for coming by and say hello. I'll also need to go out today, so I won't be able to watch no one streams until probably, let me think, it's going to be a long day. I'll probably be home at around 3 or 4 p.m. So I'll probably be in the background as usual. So thank you very much, Teresa. Kika says thank you. She's quite cute. She's going to be 15 next year. So my little baby is getting old. I got her when she was around 8. We don't know for sure how old she is because her story is a little bit of nasty or strange, if we can say so. When she was a kitten, she escaped the bed after her operation, and she was very young. She was found on the streets wandering, and the previous owner found her, and she decided to give her a home, and that was for the 8 years. And then in 2017, when the big earthquake hit Mexico City again on September 19, she and the other cats that were with this lady got really traumatized. They were trapped in a building with a lot of damp and humidity, and they were inside a bathroom without any light or something. That's what I was told, or at least that's what I understood. And after they were rescued, the next year, January 2018, the lady lost her husband after a serious illness. I have no idea what happened to him. And she wanted to go back to the USA because she had family there. So she couldn't take 3 cats, and she gave 2 in adoption. I took Kika, and I didn't change her name. That has been her name all the time. And one of my cousins took the other cat, another female. That female died like 1 year ago. And since then, since January 2018, Kika has been with me. She didn't like exactly the moving. It was a very hard process, but she was brave. She was the first one to explore the house. Um, we moved on December 11, 2018, here to, I'm going to pronounce it, to Querétaro. That's the name of the city where I am, Querétaro, 2 hours north of Mexico City. And the other cat that came with me, Obi, he's not here any longer. He crossed the Rainbow Bridge in 2021. So that's the story of Kika. Nico is not here because he's just a mess. He jumps on the table. He tries to bite my computer. He tries to bite the lamp. He cannot see a cable because, like, yummy toy. So, no, he's not here, definitely. Okay, there you go. More or less, this is how it's looking. In some minutes, I'm probably going to change to color something else because that's why today is called Coloring Cats. Because we have 2 cats today. This is the first cat, and the other cat is Nico. But anyway, if you watched some of the shorts that I displayed during this week, I showed you how to do scoring, and it's going to be more noticeable when I arrive to this area, and especially the area here that is dark and it's going to be orange. The rest of the tiger is going to be having gray shadows, even though this is a kind of a gray scale image. My belief is that this is artificial intelligence. So it's artificial intelligence generated. Not my favorite, but anyway, people use it, but still, I don't think it's correct to profit from artificial intelligence. You can do things and probably give them away as freebies or use them, but don't make profits out of it. Because artificial intelligence learns from the work of different artists. So you can probably be using a reference image here of a photo that is probably credited to an artist, to a photographer, or to an illustrator. And the laws in copyright are still very, very gray there. So I still don't know all the people that I have contact with who are my friends, illustrators. They're very, very upset. They normally use software every time they upload their images. So the artificial intelligence apps cannot trace their drawings or use their drawings for learning or generating images. So that's quite good. As I'm not necessarily a professional illustrator and my original material is not necessarily online, so I don't worry much about my own work, but I do worry about what my friends and contacts are suffering. One of them, I think I mentioned before, she created a kind of a drawing of a cute cat, and she displayed that cute cat to sell her own t-shirts. And I think she uses Etsy or something like that. I don't remember very well. But she discovered that her cat design was not selling very well. So she did kind of a reversed look or search or whatever using her image. And she discovered that this Chinese company, Temu, we call it in Spanish, Timu, we call it in English, stole her design, make kind of a pattern with the same face of this cute kitten. And it was a blanket to be sold in Temu. So Temu is making millions of sales of that blanket with the copyrighted image of an artist, and the original artist cannot sell her own t-shirts. So that's discouraging. She cannot do anything, she cannot sue or anything because it's very difficult, even though it's copyrighted. You know, big companies like Temu have money and lawyers at their disposal, so what can small artists do but just to warn others? Be careful when you upload your material because companies like that are stealing this. Okay, so this is how it looks right now. It's still very dark here. Not no sunlight right now. Dawn is breaking, but I think it's cloudy, so I don't think I'm going to have sun here. Oops, sorry, Kika, I moved. Okay, so we're going to go and work here. This is the whiskers that I scored. So you can go and back and watch the shorts. But the idea is that I don't really have to worry so much about the whiskers because as they were scored, they will remain white most of the part. So I'm still careful when I go and color this, but it's a very good technique to keep some white hairs, whiskers, or things like that. I put it close to this one. Let me see if you can see it. So these are the whiskers that got scored. Sorry if it's moving strangely. Kika is pushing my page. But you can get to see that mostly they are white. I'm going to go over this side. So okay. Kika wants to appear on the stream, as you can see. It's cold, that's why she's sitting on my lap. Poor baby. She's very cold. Okay, I'm going to try and put this one close to the camera as well. Remember the page is gray, so the color is very, very subtle. It's not necessarily having a lot of contrast here, but what I wanted is the whiskers to be highlighted in white. That's why we have them here, like that. Okay. Just going to finish part of the nose. Don't worry, Miriam, no problem. That looks cool. As far as I don't move my legs so much, she's going to stay here. I think we are ready for el sol. E. There's no sun. It's so cloudy today. Luckily, I don't have a lot of clothes to do laundry today, so my laundry can wait until tomorrow. But what I don't like is going out with this weather, but I must. Quédate aquí, quédate aquí, no te muevas. Okay. We have very, very random views in some other things. One of my plans, if you're watching the replay, is to practice a little bit. I'm not going to go 100% digital. The apps that I have and trying to understand a little bit more the concept of the layers and working faster. And some of my friends have offered to help me out in working with some of those apps, which is good because they are the experts and they are the professional illustrators. So whatever tip they give me is going to be good. One of the ideas of today is going to be getting a new stylus. Hi, Beth. This is another camera that I have. So I'm having two cameras now. So it's only me. But I do have a cat assistant here sitting on my lap. Let me see. Let me show her. She's here. But now I have devised a system to invite my phone. I have my phone here, and that's my other camera. I have it muted so it doesn't make any echo or something when I stream. And you can see the two views, the top view here and the side view here. So she's here sitting because it's very cold and she didn't want me to get up and stream. Because at this time in the morning, I'm sorry to say, but I'm streaming in pajamas. It's just too cold to change. And I'm going to go and have breakfast in more or less 30 minutes and then get ready to go out because we have some errands. I have to wake my dad, make sure he takes his medicine, eat well, and then off we go. So there you go. I'm just adding the third color. Fireworks, oh my god. We went to the site of the concert that it was supposed to be very, very near the house, just to go and see how they set up the musical instruments. And then somebody who was there at the park told us that they moved the concert and they moved it to another small town. That's where I do my shopping. Um, that is called La Pradera, it's like translated like the prairie or something like that. And I told my dad we should not go there at night. That small little town is very dangerous. You can get robbed or something, or people can just break a glass to steal something from your car or something like that. So my dad was very disappointed. And the next day, on last Sunday, we knew that some neighbors had complained about the music group that was going to perform here, and that's why they moved it to another location. We were very upset because we were very like excited about it. It was, well, it is one of the biggest kind of tropical music groups in Mexico. So I was able to see them at a party that I had at one of my previous jobs. So they were invited to the party and they were very good. Everybody was dancing, but I didn't want to risk it. I knew that driving and leaving my car there for some hours or being in the middle of all those people with my dad, who is 86, was not a very sensible idea. So we'll have to wait and see if we get another band that is to the likings of the neighbors. Uh, Sorry to say that, but very stupid, classy people. That's what they are. These people believe they're above any kind of traditional music or popular music, and it is terrible. Okay, So I think this is what I'm going to be doing with the tiger today. Okay, so you can see how this is looking, how to work with polychromos. It's layers, layers and layers and layers and hours of work. That's the best thing to do. Okay, so I'm going to put this one away a little bit, and I'm going to show you some of the things that we have been working with. This was with Christopher last Tuesday. This one doesn't have the words. It's just a drawing. Doesn't have my signature. I finished this digitally, so you can see this one on Instagram. And this one is still in progress with watercolor. Let me move it. My student got sick, so she couldn't come this week. So we're working with watercolor, Inktense, and masking fluid. We are missing some trees here. Everything is masking fluid, so don't worry about this. And as soon as we paint the trees, we're going to just get rid of the masking fluid and see how it looks. And this one that you have seen before, I just added a little bit of color here, but this is watercolor, Inktense, color pencil, and I think that's it. Some trees that we didn't finish. Turkey. This one is not even finished yet, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. And this one is missing the moon. But I think I like it like that. So I'm going to put some stairs here. And this is the one that I have been updating. It's totally mixed media. And here what we have, it's gouache, especially in the area of the cat. Then the grass is acrylic paint. I'm using markers. And here I'm using colors. I'm using a combination of Prismacolor, Polychromos, and then on top more ink paint. Here I have India ink and a lot of color. That's what I'm doing here. So for this one, I'm trying to scan the sky to see how, if we will have, it's totally packed. Oh, I hope the sun goes out later on. I do hope. Okay, so for this one, sorry about the noise, but here we have the colors that we are using. Okay, and for this one, I'm going to stop monitoring, I think, YouTube, which is not going to be very, very good, but anyway, I have to see my reference image here, so I have to use my iPad for that because it's the one that can give me, and I'm going to show you, is the one that can give me a close-up to the area that I want to work. That is this one. So I hope that my stream goes properly because I've just quit YouTube in order to add a little bit of shadow here. Okay, we're using the small pencil. Okay, so here we are. Sometimes, and that's my very personal belief, if you're a purist of the technique, sometimes you don't get very realistic results. I have done, yeah, very realistic things with color pencils and acrylics only. But talking about other media that I'm experimenting, I think that mixed media is really much better for a lot of things. Let me see. Nico has got white whiskers all around his face, so that's going to be with acrylics. So all these little details that they are not present in the drawing right now, they're going to be with acrylics and a very, very thin brush, almost to an ink point. Okay, this is charcoal. This one is not needed. I'm going to continue a little bit with this one. And I'm going to move into the grass. It's not going to look exactly as a photo, but it's going to be close enough. Oh, my stomach. I'm hungry. I normally keep my streams short as usual because it's much easier for people to watch the replay. Probably the chat will not show, but it's okay. Next year, for the people who are coming in and you didn't listen at the beginning, next year my plan, as it's going to be the year of the dragon, Chinese year of the dragon, I have 3 books of dragons, one with two with only dragons, like different types of dragons, and I have one with dragons and unicorns. So it's going to be one drawing to color every month, one dragon to color every month from these 3 different books. And I'm going to be using mixed media. I'm going to be using Inktense as well. Those are my favorite, more than watercolor. I think Inktense is my favorite. What else I'm going to be using? I'm probably going to be using acrylic markers. This area is very, very dark, and I don't know exactly what's underneath. So I think I'm going to keep it dark, like it is right now. And this part is just invented. So this doesn't appear in the original photo. Okay, so I'll probably skip some of the challenges. I cannot do Janet's challenge, the scavenger hunt, because I'm going to have an early term. So we're going to have a lot of meetings starting January, even though classes still will be until January 15. We're going to start on January 8 with the preparation, and there are a lot of changes. So I'm going to be very, very involved in school. And that's going to limit my time. So I'm just going to go into something that I can do for the rest of the year. And that would be coloring one dragon per month until we can complete 12 dragons in 3 different books. I also found a project that it's a stall. It's been sitting there on my computer for probably 5 years. Yeah, probably 5 years. So I'm going to try and work with that project as well. I don't want to say much about it because I don't know if it's going to be a gift or if it's going to be sold. And if it's sold, I need to discover how to do that. But I really don't want, for example, free copies of something that I created go around freely without me getting anything for all the years and times invested. Sometimes that's why I really don't sell a lot of my things, and I should, but I'm very bad at marketing myself. So I'll think about that. Okay, we have like around 15 minutes left before I go and finish preparing breakfast and getting ready for other things. Dress properly to go out in this cold, windy, cloudy weather. I hope it doesn't rain, but it's very important. We have an appointment later on, so we have to be there. We don't have an excuse. So I will continue, of course, next year with needle felting because a lot of people have been very supportive with that. I'm going to show you one that is about to be finished. It's missing some details. It's not realistic, of course. I put this ducky in camera. So, missing to trim a little bit of hair here. And I think this one is going to be sold next week. The ears flip. And I miss the eyes. Probably not the definite position, but it might be. Need to see that. But this is the first experiment of this dog. I need to do another breathe later on. So what I'm doing is that I'm listening. I'm not watching. I'm listening TV series. I prefer more 3D figures, than flat figures. It's one of the things that I prefer. Thank you very much. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Beth. It's taken a long time. Okay, let me just check very quickly. A little bit on. I need to paint Kika as well. But she's very complicated. She's a tabby and she has got a tiger pattern on her tail, and her head is also filled with a lot of different patterns. So she's very complicated to draw. I have not attempted her. I need to. I have drawn all my cats, so she's the one who is missing. And this is the second time I draw Nico, because the first time was only watercolor and I didn't like it. I like it right now that is mixed media. Looking cute. I need to work a little bit more with this pupil and with this one as well. But I need to do that with my magnifying glass, because if I try to do it right now, I'm far away from the drawing and I need really, really a kind of 100% bigger, probably. That's what I have as a magnifying glass. I can really make things really big and work in detail. And I also use this one for my figures. For the details, I use magnifying glass. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Hi, Riri. Welcome. Good morning. Thank you for coming. I'm here just... Sorry, I'm not reading chat. I disconnected YouTube from the iPad, so I can just go and watch my reference here as I am trying to color him. And of course, not trying not to knock my camera, because my camera is here, right here. Let's see. This part is very, very dark. And it continues to be part of his paw. But as we have a lot of grass, this is my backyard, by the way. I couldn't get gardener to come and cut this jungle because we are so far away from the metropolitan part of Querétaro that people call you and they cancel on you. First, you try to tell them, hey, can you come? We are in this place and it's far away and it's close to this place. They tell you, yes, 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 I'll go. And then on the same day, they call you and they cancel. Oh, sorry, I'm sick. I cannot go. So I had my grass like this for almost 2 months. So Nico was extremely happy because he could pounce on me. He could just hunt me. I was a prey when I just wander around watering something. And he would just love to chase me. He doesn't bite me or anything, it's just play. But I was really tired of the grass like that. But yes, there you go. Yeah, I was thinking about pencil holder, but I think what I'm going to do, Beth, is that I'm going to glue. I'm going to use a super glue, and I'm going to glue these together so I can have, again, a longer pencil, and I can sharpen this one up to the very, very, very end. The reviews that I have seen on pencil holders are not really good. And right now it's just so crazy to get something from Amazon. If it's normally crazy for them to get here, and this is what we normally have, post mail doesn't come here. So we rely on parcels. And Amazon says, oh, we deliver on the same day before 8 p.m. Well, let me tell you, Amazon gets here where I am, yeah, on the same day, but at around 10 p.m. So, and I don't get my packages directly. We have a service at the entrance of the condominium because it's closed. So we have a policeman or a policewoman, it all depends, and they are there 24/7. So they have turns, and they receive our packages. So they know that Amazon is late, so they receive the packages. They let us know on the next day. So and right now that is 1 week before Christmas. It's just impossible to ask for something and get it delivered on the same day. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to hit my camera. No, I have. So, and Christopher, when we have streamed, and Miriam, you also know what I built as my invention to hold my camera, made of carton tubes and other carton things that I found. And it works. But Christopher laughs because he said, like, oh my God, you made that yourselves. I said, yes. There's a saying here, and I think you know it, and I think you apply it as well. Necessity is the mother of creativity. So that's what happened. I went to Amazon, found praise things or contraceptions to hold my camera, like to have a zenithal view, and they were very expensive. And I was not sure if they were going to fit my camera. So I was like, okay, I'm going to invest probably 50 to $80 in one thing that I'm not sure that it will fit my camera. And then returning the items to Amazon is just a terrible thing here in Mexico. You get a refund, but it's something that I have done twice and I just hated that. So I said, well, let me invent something that works, that I can dismantle, put away easily, and that's it. Okay. Not really, Riri. I'm not in the mountains, but I'm in a very, very new area that is called Modern Querétaro. It's not even far away, but it's like 10 miles away from the metropolitan area of Querétaro City. And well, um, it's probably 25-minute drive from the city, but still people cancel. And the problem is not the distance or the time. The problem is that this government that we have right now in the state has decided to improve the roads and the highways, but they are doing all of them at the same time. So there are no alternative roads. There's nowhere to go. And it's just traffic of 2 hours to get from one place to another. Worse than Mexico City now. And they were told that the company will finish by the end of December. Well, yesterday we saw an announcement that says that they're going to finish by the end of February. So it's 2 more months of craziness. So that's why people cancel services. So, well, uh, we cannot do anything because unfortunately there are a lot of new houses, a lot of new buildings, but not a lot of new roads. And the roads that are in this moment being serviced and renewed are collapsed because instead of 3 lanes, one to go by. So, anyway, who knows? You see, Miriam, that's what I say. When you are in need of something, you create it. Okay. But we hope that what we make a joke here, like civilization might come soon. I think I mentioned, I don't know in which stream, I don't know if Christopher's or mine last week, that very soon we're going to have a Domino's pizza here, but I'm going to still go and buy from the Italian pizza place that we have here because those are neighbors. They live in the same house condominium that we are. So they are my neighbors. They have a pizza business and I'm going to support them. I'm not going to support Domino's Pizza. And their pizzas, they are just delicious. I know, Riri. They they plan everything with their feet, as we say here. The main highway has got 3 lanes. So I'm going to try and explain this. No, I'll better draw it to you so you can see how stupid that is. When this was quite an empty place 5 years ago when I arrived here, it was cool. But the main highway has got a big division here. But instead of building bridges or underground kind of things to cross safely to the other side, this is what happens. We have our 3 lanes here on each side. And here you're supposed to have the slow one. I'm going to use kilometers per hour because this is more or less what we have. So this is the slow. And these two are the fast lanes. So if you're driving and you want to turn, you need to go from 0 to probably 50 miles or more in less than a second if you want to incorporate and have a U-turn on any of both. And you know what the worst part is? That the people who are driving on the fast lane, they don't change or slow. They see you and they speed up. We have seen a lot of deadly crashes here because of these stupid people who don't brake, don't stop, who don't change lanes. This lane is supposed to be only for U-turns and to incorporate. And they just don't do it. So it's crazy. So every time I have to cross and have my U-turn here, it's just really scary, you know? The good thing is that I have a car that responds really fast. It's small. It can go from 0 to 50 miles or more in less than a second. So if I need to do that, I can just accelerate and there you go. No big deal. Very fast. I don't want to do I don't have a sponsorship of this brand, so I'm not going to mention it because I don't know if YouTube likes those things, but anyways, a small car that's been with me 7 years. I love the car and it gives me a lot of miles per, let's say, a gas tank. I can go, Mexico City is like around 170 miles from where I am, more or less. Well, I can go back and forth 3 times with one tank. So I can go to Mexico City. I can come back to Querétaro and I can go back again to Mexico City with one gas tank. I'll fill in Mexico City to come back. So imagine, I'm so happy with that one. So there you go. So look at these guys. Yes, Paul, I don't miss city traffic at all. That's a good thing. We have a lot of services here. So the people who cancel because they live in another part of the city, they don't want to come up here because they say there's traffic. But for example, I have in an area of 10 miles, I have two HEBs, I have one Walmart, I have a lot of small stores like typical town where you have the bakery, you have the pharmacy, you have the whatever you need. So I have this town that is around 8 miles away, has got everything. I have my economy kitchen that gives me 4 to 5 different dishes every week, and I don't have to cook. I have laundromats. I have hair salons. I have restaurants. So definitely, I like the area where I am because I have everything. I don't have to go to the metropolitan area of Querétaro anymore. I have banks. I have a big mall, and that's where I'm going to go in around a couple of hours. We're going to have my dad's and my own new glasses made. So we have an appointment there. Um, we have stores like in that mall, we have stores like Sears or something similar to Bloomingdale's that here in Mexico is Liverpool. So it's less than 10 minutes away. It's like, mm, I'm thinking, let me see. It's like 2 miles from my house, more or less 2.5 miles. Uh, the university where I work. So I don't have to drive much. Public transportation is coming. That's good because sometimes you need to be very well connected just in case you cannot use your car by any reason. And one day I'm going to experiment. We have a new small service with small buses, and these buses take you exactly downtown Querétaro. So where all the colonial places are and touristic areas. So one day I'm going to go with a friend. I don't want to take my dad. He wants to come, but he is not up to the task. I mean, he doesn't like to be sitting much of the time. He likes walking and hiking. But anyway, I'm going to do that with a friend who lives very, very near my house. She's one of my neighbors. And we're going to go and take the bus, come back. That's what we're going to be doing. We're crazy. Okay. Let's see if I can add a little bit of grass here. Okay. I'm going to go back to my on stream, guys. And I'm going to close the stream because Miriam is coming right after me. So I need to fix breakfast so I can be in the chat. But I'll be in the background, Miriam, because I'll probably be eating. Okay. Or serving breakfast to my dad. Oops. I need to put this in all chat. Okay. I'm using acrylic paint here just a little bit for the grass. And later on I will go and use more green acrylic marker. Okay. So I think it looks nice. So there you go, guys. So I'm going to stop the stream here. I'm going to show you this one, the second camera. Okay. I'll try to finish this one today when I come back and I am in the background of the streams, because practically I'm just missing this area. I need to add more yellow here and to do all the whiskers that are missing. Okay. So thank you for coming, guys. And I'll see you later on. Have a great day and enjoy your Sunday. So thank you for coming. See you. Bye.